Hey, teachers and staff. I just wanted to make a short video explaining how to use the Lockdown browser for your exams that are coming up and for any other assignments or assessments that you have in class. So the Lockdown browser feature allows you to prevent students from accessing things on the internet that you don't want them to, essentially prevents cheating, or makes it a lot more difficult. And so that is something that we definitely want to make use of on big assessments like our exams. So from your Schoology homepage, we can find the Lockdown browser feature on the left side here, right here. And if we click that, it will take us to a list of all of our assignments and assessments and tests and quizzes. First, it will bring you to this sort of introductory page. If you've never clicked on it before, this will definitely come up. It's going to give you a little bit of information. There are some video tutorials, some resources you can make use of and bookmark later if you want. If you don't want any of that, you can click here and it'll never pop up again. But I wouldn't do that because there are some decent resources and it's only a little bit annoying. So if you continue on to Lockdown browser, you're going to see a list of all your assessments, assignments, quizzes that I think are published or available to students. And so you can see that I've only turned on Lockdown browser for a few currently. A lot of these are for later units or later semesters. But we click on the chevron right here next to the assignment that we want to put Lockdown browser on or remove from. And I'm going to do that here on this reading quiz. I'm going to click settings. And it's very simply an on-off switch. So if I don't want Lockdown browser for that exam, for that assessment, they call it exam only for some reason, but it applies to anything. I just click don't require or require, and I click save. If you are turning it on for an assessment, you'll be presented with some more advanced settings. Many of them don't apply. This one here is for iPads only. We don't need that. You can allow access to specific external web domains. If you're familiar with our Orchestrator app feature, you can specifically allow students access to, to Wikipedia or to a specific website with a text on it or some feature that they need for their exam. So you can do that and then put in the specific URLs. These here are math specific calculator, scientific calculator, standard calculator. Could be for other classes too. And then enabling printing. So very specific things. The one that you might be interested in is here locking students into the browser until their exam is completed. So if they're halfway through their exam, they won't be able to exit the Lockdown browser if you toggle this. So use that at your own discretion. So I'm going to click Save and Close. And you can see it's required for these two assessments right here. When students go to the assessment, it will not work. They will need to access it from the login screen of their Chromebooks, like so. You can see that on a login screen for a Chromebook, they have an apps feature on the bottom left. And by clicking that apps feature, they can get into the Lockdown browser. Which will then log them in normally, and it will put them into a Chrome browser that is locked down, and so that they can only access some specific tabs. They can't open new tabs, things like that, new windows. They don't have all the features of Google Chrome, but it will automatically take them to Schoology very simply. So that's pretty much it for Lockdown browser. Schoology has many more resources like you saw that you can access if you have any other questions about it that are more specific or any issues that pop up. But between this video and Schoology's resources, I think you guys should have a very, very good handle on how to use Lockdown Browser for exams, quizzes, tests, any kind of assignment that you have in class or potentially virtually. So please let me know if you have any other questions via email. I'll be happy to answer them.